front facing. You see the boot right there. And it is about 100 degrees in Texas today. We are getting into that creme. Hey, we are getting into that creme de la creme where it is in that hot time of year. So what we're gonna do is do a nice little workout with Boot. We're gonna show you the ways that we started getting him interested in the Frisbee, and then we're gonna show you some tricks. And then we made some doggy ice cream, and he's gonna get to be able to cool down without that after this workout. So I'm gonna hand the camera, all these damn flies, hand the camera to my champ, and we're gonna do some fun stuff with Booter. So if you are thinking about getting your dog interested in Frisbee, you got to make sure they have some type of prey drive. And the first thing that you're going to do with that is you just want them to get interested in it. So I like to have it in my hand, let them tug, bite it. Out. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to play tug of war with this, because the Frisbee is something that you want them to spit out and they need to get back to going. The next thing you're going to do is do something called a roller, meaning you're literally going to roll it on the ground and see if the dog's going to chase it. Out. So we just want him to get to the point where he understands that the Frisbee is going to go and then he has to chase it. So then we start teaching out, an around command. And that means the dog's going to come around and then the roller comes out. So he starts learning that this is going to be the pattern that helps him get to the trajectory in the right way. So again, round and roll it. And if you are just teaching your dog this for the very first time, I would stay with the roller for a little while, just so they get the understanding that they're supposed to come around and chase. Good boy. Another thing you would want to have with your dog is some type of retrieve command, that he's bringing the tug back to you. You don't want him to go chase this and then he runs off. That defeats the whole purpose. So you would start very short, and then you would start with 2. Relax. So we would roll the first one, round, go. And then I would let him know that I got something else for him. So you saw that. He dropped the first Frisbee because he knew I had one. So again, I'm not taking the game away. The game just gets better when you bring it back. Bring. So he's being a bum and not bringing it all the way. This is when I would show him the next one, around, and that roller comes out again. Let him know I got it. Nope. Bring. Show him out, round, and the go. So after you get your dog at this point, this is when you're going to start bringing it up and making him come and catch it out of your hand. So, nope. I want him to come around and take it. Come around, take it. Yes. You bum. He's like, are you going to throw it? And you see, this is a dog who kind of knows what he's supposed to be doing. He's like, why are we going backwards in training? So again, round, yes. There he goes. But you'll notice he's coming around, he's looking forward to see where it's coming out at. So I would start with this, again, for the very beginning. I would stay at this pace for 2 or 3 days till the dog understands that coming around, yes, getting something is what he's supposed to be doing. After that, the progression is going to be a short toss. And when we say short, it needs to be very short. They're going to come around in 1 or 2 steps, and that Frisbee should be there. And it is important, whenever you're throwing these, you never throw a Frisbee flat. It's going to come out at an angle, because the way they're set up, it's going to balance itself out. If you throw it flat, it's going to start sailing that way. So you want to, this is how I hold it personally. Wait, I get a nice Frisbee here, make sure we got a good grip, and then it comes out at an angle. It comes out just like this. Out. So around, short toss. And again, 1 or 2 steps, and you want him to be able to catch it. And it's important that you put that spin on it. Round. Good boy. So each time you do this with your dog and they are successful, you got to make sure you're telling them, I love it when you catch it. I love when you grab it. Because a lot of times, dogs just sometimes let it go and then fall and then pick it up and bring it back. So we want him to understand that the goal is to catch it in the air. Are there any questions or anything in there, Jen?
Where are you from?
We're in Texas. And he is from Arkansas. Round. A little further. Good boy. My favorite part about Frisbee is it's basically a sprint with some plyometrics at the end, so it is a really good workout for your dog. And once they understand this concept where the short, then you start getting a little further away. So now we're gonna go round, go. Oh, that was a bad throw by me. I am not the best Frisbee thrower in the world. I am working on it and practicing. We all gotta get better, people. So again, round, go. Oh, he's got to get faster. That was a good throw. He's got to get faster. Round, go. There we go. Ah, you bum. See, and sometimes your dog's gonna be a bum. You got to tell him that. You got to tell him, hey, that was not good. I did not like that. So let's see. Let's see. Ready? Sometimes you give your dog a little short wind a couple of times, then they get to the point where they're catching it. Out. Round. Go. Oh, bad throw. If I throw a good disc, he's probably going to catch it. Let me try to get one good. Let me warm up these shoulders. That wrist. It's all in the flick of the wrist. Spin. Oh, you bum. Spin. Twist. Round. Go. That's good disc. That's a touchdown right there. That is a touchdown. Out. If you have not conditioned your dog to be in temperatures like this, people, do not push it. You look at his tongue right now and it's getting a little wide, but he's been built for this. He's been training realistically since he was 8 weeks old. Round. That's a good disc. That's a good catch. Oh, you bum! It was just too perfect. I put it out there for him. All he had to do was complete the catch, and he couldn't even do that. Yes. Good boy. Tuck. Look. Let's go. Round. Yee-hoo! Oh, you bum! But again, this workout is one of my favorite ones. Again, he doesn't need a lot to get him to get to the point where he's nice and gassed, but this is good conditioning. Because again, he has to sprint. Oh, good catch. Oh, good catch. He has to sprint out there, then he has to come and bring the disc back. And then you can even start working on your dog's mouth-eye coordination. We got the jump set up over here. Come over here, Jay. Relax. So what I want to do is I want to get him to the point where he's jumping up a little higher and catching the disc. So the first couple, I'm just going to have it set it here. Yes. And I'm going to have him take it just like that. Sit. Down. Down. So again, I'm going to give him one more. Yes. Bring. And this is what I like from my dogs, man. We have working dogs because we want to see them work. I personally did not get a dog to be a couch potato. I wanted a dog that's going to be active, wants to get outside and do things, because this is my lifestyle. Get a dog for your lifestyle. And if you are going to get a working dog, people, do not do a disservice to the dog by keeping them cooped up, by not allowing them to express their energy. Do not allow them just to sit in the house all day. These dogs want to work and they have to work. And if they don't, they're going to start being destructive. They're going to start tearing up your stuff, and you're really not going to enjoy the dog. We get dogs to make our lives better, people. And if we're fulfilling their needs, yes, by needing to work out, they're going to fulfill ours by giving us a companion, giving us something that we can spend time with, who's never going to judge us. They're not going to judge what our outfit looks like or what your hair looks like or if you got a big old pimple on your forehead. Your dog just wants to spend time with you, people, and that is one of the most important things that you should do if you do want a well-trained dog. It's just spend time with them. And that doesn't mean everything is healed. You can have a lot of fun with your dog. Good boy. Relax. Tuck. Left. The more fun you have with your dog, come on, finish it. The more fun you have with your dog, the more likely they're going to pay attention to you when there are distractions, when there are another dog, when there's squirrels and they can do anything else. And when you tell them relax, they're going to pay attention. When you tell them tuck, they're going to know what they're supposed to do. And all of these things, you can get all of this stuff by spending just a little bit of quality time with your dog, showing them what you want from them, left, in all of these different situations. Relax. So now we're gonna see if he's gonna catch it when I toss it up. Let's go! Break. No, not that one. Other one. Out. Break. No. Yes. Come on. Give us a couple more, Boot. Give us a couple more, Booter. Relax. And now you can start seeing him actually slowing down a little bit. He's getting to that point. But this is spending more time with your dog. You're gonna start noticing these things. And yesterday we did a nice 2.5 mile outside. Today we're coming back and doing some plyometrics. So it doesn't take a lot, but you do want to spend a little bit of time with your dog. And as you see, I think we've only been on there like 10, 15 minutes. It's already been a good enough workout for him to get his fulfillment for the day. Yes. Good boy! Bring. Yes. Out. And when you build a relationship with your dog and a bond, they will keep going for you, even if they are gassed, even if they are tired. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them one more. We're gonna give them one more. Tuck. Left. Relax. Sit. Let's go. Round. Go. Oh, he went the long way. And then, like I was saying, if you throw the disc and it comes out flat or not perfect, it's gonna sail one way to another. So we got more work to do on getting the disc straight. Come on. Oh, you're tired. You tired now. Yeah, you tired now. Give me one more, Booter. Yes. Oh, he still caught it. You bum. One more, Buddha. Out. Yes. Oh! Just out of reach. Just out of reach, huh, Buddha? Out. Round. Go. Let's go! Up. Oh, you bum. He's a bum. He was like, why am I jumping up? I'm tired. Give me one more, Buddha. I just want one. Round. Go. Oh! I love it. I love it, Boot. And he will keep going as long as I ask him. Out. And this is what I'm looking for whenever I'm getting the dog, people. I don't want my dog to quit just because they're hot, tired. If we're still going, if there's still more work we need to do, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna go do. I'm gonna grab me a nice little cup of whiskey. I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys for about 10, 15 minutes, answer some more questions. We're gonna let him cool down, and then we're gonna get him some training treats that are frozen in there, and then we're gonna give him a nice meal today. Round, go. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. It started getting slabbery. Will you go grab that cup for me? Booter. This is a Booter boy. Out. That's the boo, man. Animal cruelty by playing Frisbee with the dog. That's crazy. That's the wildest thing I think I've ever heard. Hey, you just got to spend some time with your dog, man. They won't poop everywhere. Regulate you just leave it up there. You just regulate when the food gets in. Let them know when they're supposed to go, and honestly correct them when they do the wrong things. Yeah, man. Contact us. We'll train your dog. What do I feed? I feed a combination of some kibble and some raw. So it teaches the dog that, both parts. It's a little easier when I have multiple dogs doing the kibble, and the raw, they just love it. I got him some rib bones in there, so he's gonna be eating some ribs tonight with some ground beef, some green beans. He gonna have him a nice meal. And then they got the blueberry banana training treats that we made for him, and it's gonna be a nice little cool down for him. But yeah, this is the booter. And then when he does get to this point, I like to see, can he still focus? Down. Sit. Stand. Down. Down. He's getting hot. Yes. So he's done after that, people. We're not going to push the dog further than we have to because, again, this is just training. And we don't want to ever get the dog to the point where they don't want to work for us. We don't ever want them to get to the point where they're like, that's a must. We want to motivate them to want to work for us and want to work with us every single time. And as you see, look at the little booter. He just cools down. He just wants to spend time with me. So when you are getting a dog, people, get a dog for your lifestyle. Do some research on the dog. If you're getting them from a breeder, ask the breeder certain questions. Tell them exactly what you want from the dog. Getting a dog that you're not prepared for, whether it's the size of the dog or the temperament of the dog or the ability of the dog, things that they need to do to be fulfilled. If you're not going to do those things, don't get a working dog. Get you a couch potato. Get you a little dog. But do not get Malinois, German Shepherd, Pit Bull, any of these dogs that really need to be worked and really need guidance, because if you don't, they're going to be disservice to you. They're going to be a liability, and that's not why we get dogs. I want to get a dog that can go any and everywhere and do anything that I want. Me personally, I like a smaller dog. We went on a trip to New York, and Boot, he was able to fit right under the seat. It was beautiful. And people didn't even know he was there. It was pretty crazy. The bigger dogs you get, obviously, it's going to take up a little bit more space. You're not going to do those things. I own a mini poodle, and I'm like a toddler. I'm not sure I understand that question there or that comment, but you own a mini poodle. Hey, poodles still can get active too. You just got to find what motivates them. Yeah, Big Cali, man. I'm just sharing my experiences because, again, we get the comments, we get the questions, and people are like, well, my dog ate my couch. Well, what kind of dog is it? It's a Mal. Oh, he lives in an apartment. Oh, and he doesn't work. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't have gotten a Mal. So again, a lot of good dogs end up in shelters. A lot of good dogs end up having to get put down because they have aggression issues. They just don't know how to handle their temperament, and they just start acting out. She says, say my name, Isa. Man, what up from France? I used to play basketball back in the day. Basketball was my first love, but everybody else kept getting taller, and I stayed the same height. But now we'll get out and play every so often. I think the last time we played, Julian was up here from Florida, and that was fun. What up, G? Yeah, man, the poodle likes you. That's a good thing. Your dog should be excited when they see you. If your dog is not excited when they see you, that is a problem. There's a joke that we like to say. We say, hey, you lock your significant other and your dog in the trunk of a car, and you come back an hour later. Do you know who's going to be happy to see you? It's going to be that dog. So a dog is something that's going to love you unconditionally, and if you show them exactly how to be a part of your life, they will do anything for you. We were on a live the other day, and somebody was talking about Rocco, and they said, man, that dog will go through hell for you. And I said, yep, soaked in gas, wagging his tail. And then he would ask, do we need to do it again? Man, these comments is funny. Man, shout out to Tampa. Florida's pretty cool. We're going to go down there in October. We're going to go down there in November. We got some police dog competitions. John K9 out in Plant City. He does a haunted house. Jamil and I will be down there for that. That was a lot of fun last year. Man, shout out to London. Man, honestly, I don't really care about politics. They don't really do anything for me. It's just two wings to the same bird, if you ask me. You got two bloodhounds. You do any tracking or anything with them, or they just get some good pets, man? Boots an Australian Shepherd, little Ozzy. I appreciate it, man. Thanks. hide my language. Nah, this that good old whiskey, man, from the blendery. I think this one's called That Oil. Different strings on the same puppet, exactly. Do take my buff. Yeah, man, them bloodhounds, that's what they were bred for. That's why they got them ears, so they can help smell. Ruffles up the ground. Yeah, I probably do need to get some water. JD, can you get the whiskey for me?
The whole bottle?
Yeah. Boot will be 2 years old in September. So the breeder is a lady named Emily. I got her through a lady that used to train out with us named Stevie. She had these bullies, and I told her that I had wanted a pretty dog, and she said, Emily breeds Aussies. So I was like, So she actually is not breeding Boot or his parents anymore. The mom, she had got her spayed, so there's going to be no more Buddha babies until we breed Mr. Buddha. He said Mexican street dog. I mean, hey, there's a lot of dogs we probably don't even know about yet. But it's the bottle we're drinking. It's from the blendery. It's his own special blend. It's his own special blend. Get a little more for y'all. But yeah, whiskey, won't you go away? Let's see. I ain't never heard of a DMX dog. I mean, if I was thinking about a DMX dog, I'm thinking pit bull. Man, I like cats. They have a purpose. We got some outdoor cats. They keep the bugs down. They keep the snakes, the rats, the mice out here, because we out here in the country and we got some bugs. And we have some cats out here. They keep all of that down, man. So cats do have a purpose. They don't care about people, but they do have a purpose. Yeah, Jim Beam is a good one, man. If you are ever in Texas and you are in like the Denton area, you got to check out the Whiskey Blendery. It changed the way that I view whiskey. It changed the way that we drink whiskey, and it is always some good. The Elijah Craig stuff is pretty good sometimes. What else? The Angel's Envy. They got some good ones out there too. Yeah, man, if you get a good pit bull, they are going to be hyperactive dogs, and it is competitive, man. And that's the thing. It's just like having a good teammate. Like, I want to be better than my teammates, and my teammates want to be better than me, and we're going to push each other to be better. We want to be the best because we are on the same team. So if he can go, in track, if he can run sub 48, I can run sub 48. That means we're going to be fast. And just like in hooping, if he can hit 40 and I can hit 40, that means we're going to be pretty well off. So I don't care about, winning, being over my dogs, anything like that. I want my dogs to be confident, cocky dogs. Yes, it's frustrating some days because they be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. We got a challenge. It's like, all right, cool. But if you get these dogs, I want a dog that is going to have some type of drive, some type of no quit attitude. And that means they will have that no quit attitude with you. So if you don't build a bond and a relationship with the dog, you're gonna have a lot of tussles. You're going to have a lot of disagreements because, one, they don't trust your judgment. And why are they going to listen to you? Because you may not know what is best for them. And if you get an independent thinking dog like a Pit, like a Corso, like these bullies that want to just kind of go do their own thing, you may have a problem on your hand, especially if you allow them to get away with those things. I said my dog is black. He's good at basketball and has a good sense of rhythm. Yeah, man, cheers. I have 6. How many dogs I got now, Jada? 7, 6?
7.
I got 7 dogs. We used to have a couple. No, we only got 6 now. We used to have more, but then Oakley went to a new home. We gave Juice back to the breeder. It was just a better situation for him. Man, I try not to drink tequila, but I mean, sometimes when we going out to the bars, we got this bar in Cleveland called the Break Room. The manager just come by and he'd be like, "Hey, Stan, try this. I just made it." And I'd be like, "What is it?" He's like, "You got to guess." I'm like, "Oh, shit." But yeah, I prefer my darks. I like my whiskeys. I like my old fashions. I'm not really a vodka man too much, but you know, what kind of dogs do you train? Man, I've trained everything. I've trained some miniature schnauzers. We got some Great Danes that we're working with. We got some Caucasian Shepherds we're doing, bullies, Aussies, Pit Bulls, Shepherds. I mean, we've trained a little bit of everything, to be truthfully honest. Everything from simple basic obedience stuff to some nose work to some drug dogs to some police dogs. So, a little bit of everything. He said it makes me break out in handcuffs. Now, that is hilarious. That is a funny one. Yeah, man, shout out your chef. What is my favorite car? A car that I will have in my garage eventually is going to be a GTR. It's just always been one of my favorites. I like it. I like speed. I like the versatility of it. It's going to be probably a car that I will get. I just need something practical, though. Something fast. Something practical, something fast, and then in a big old truck. I don't think I tried the wild turkey just yet. What's up, Django? I don't think I tried the wild turkey just yet. Man, you say that sled racing, we got to get up to them colder temperatures and find somebody who does that, because I think that would be really, really cool. Huskies are not one of my favorite dogs because they're just bred to run. But if we could see them in their natural environment, what they're supposed to be doing, like, I think that would be very, very interesting to see. You gonna put Boot inside, let him cool down? He over here hot, trying to cool down. We're gonna let him get in that AC.
Boo, come on.
I'm from Texas. Go box. He was like, "Daddy, I want to sit out here with you." I'm from Texas. My dad was in the military, so we moved around a little bit. I've lived in Colorado, lived in Louisiana, California. We lived in England. So I've been around the world a little bit. Man, a husky would be a good working dog for what they're good to work at. I mean, not necessarily some protection work, anything like that, but shout out to John. He has a husky working out there in Florida too. So, I mean, it's been pretty cool to see the different breeds. And it's a different time factor. And when you are getting these off-breed dogs that aren't supposed to be doing these things, like right off the bat, you got to spend a little bit more time developing those foundational things before you can like move into like the real fun stuff. So the hardest thing for Boot was going against his genetics to like bite and nip, to holding onto something. So I put him on the wall climb that we got there for the pit bulls, and if he wanted that reward, he had to hold on to the bite. So now he understands that he's supposed to hold on in these situations, and it's been a different process to get him to the point where he can do the same things like Creed or Dax or any of these other German Shepherds and Malinois type dogs are able to do just kind of naturally. So it just takes a little bit longer when you have the off-breed dogs. If I ever get a chance to try the tequila, I will have to try that one, my man. Bryson Tiller from T-Moon. No, I don't sing, bro. My name's Stan. Nobody cares about the war. Man, you know, you here roasting Tory Lanez. Man, all black people don't look alike, bro. Man, I'm definitely gonna have to get up to Alaska. That is on my list of things to do now. I mean, the genetics are always going to be there. I mean, you can kind of go against those genetics a little bit sometimes, but it's always going to kind of be ingrained. And there's sometimes when Boot gets unfamiliar with what he's supposed to be doing in situations, and he'll go back to the nipping. And in a real deal situation, even if he is nipping and biting at you, it's still going to hurt. But for like sports, competitions where we're being judged on the bite, the level of the bite, the intensity and all of that, him coming off and doing those things wouldn't be good. So for practical speaking, like, yeah, it's okay. But for competition, sports stuff like that, where you're being judged on the bite and judged on different things, yeah, it wouldn't be too good for him to go back to those kind of things. Man, appreciate your service. My dad did 26 in the Air Force. He said I'm just trolling, bro. Nah, that shit funny, man. It don't hurt my feelings. Man, Trinidad and Tobago, huh? We gonna be traveling. We gonna be traveling. Yes, we do train dogs. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Keep the comments coming, man. That's what people don't know. When we be having them treadmill videos up, and they be like dog abuser Michael Vick. I'd be like, you know what? I can't be Michael Vick, bro. I didn't play football. And they be like, man, they be getting mad that I didn't get mad that you called me a dog abuser, because we're not abusing these dogs. We're not forcing these dogs to do anything that they don't want to do. We are motivating these dogs to be better. And as you see, we got to be out here with these dogs. When we're out here running, when we're out here on the wall climb, doing the sled work, treadmill, all of that stuff, it's still quality time that we are spending with these dogs, and they're enjoying that a whole lot more than sitting in the house in a crate all day, sitting on the couch all day, eating a bunch of random food. Dang, I need some more. Need to pour me another cup. Need to pour me another cup. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. How many dogs do I have? I got 6. I got 6 personal dogs, and then we train group protection training. We do obedience classes. We do some nose work. We do agility stuff. So we work with a lot of different kind of dogs, and I just want people to have a better relationship with their dog. What up, baby?
The ice cream is done.
It's done?
Mm-hmm.
I will give it to Boo when he goes down here in a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We made the dogs some doggy ice cream, and we got a full YouTube video about how we made those. We got some little just baked training treats, and we got some ice cream that we made, and I just got to edit all those videos and post them. Wolfpack will send out a female, and the husky will go after it, and they get their butt got, yeah. And huskies are escape artists, man. They'll get out of anything, and then they'll just be running and running and running, and then they get fully fulfilled by that running, and they're like, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
I think I'm gonna sit in this chair.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I love my pops, man. He taught me a lot. I'm gonna stay here on here a few more minutes. What up from India, man? Shout out to y'all. Make sure everybody's safe. Hopefully everybody's safe over there. Man, it is hot out here in Texas, boy. I promise you that. But whenever you're getting a dog, people, take your time and do yourself a service by not comparing your dogs to people's dogs that you see on the internet. Especially not influencers, especially not people that have been doing it for 20 plus years, because, I mean, they just have information that you don't. And you don't know how much time they're spending with their dog, or how many takes that it even took to get that perfect video that they posted online. And they may not show you the behind the scenes stuff. And that's one thing that I like about Trev so much, is that he posts everything. I'd be like, damn, bro, you posted that? Damn, bro, you posted that? He said, yeah, bro, I don't care, because it's the truth. And at the end of the day, the truth is always going to come out. So when you are looking for a trainer, like, see how he interacts with his personal dog. See how his dogs act with him. Do they really want to be there, or are they just kind of avoiding a correction in that sense? I want my dogs to be... How do you feel about Fit Bully TV? Hey, man, that's one of my good dudes. And you should see us on there a lot of times. And he referenced some of the stuff that we've done training-wise. He's a good dude. I mean, he's genuine. He's always going to give his best effort, and he's going to put in the work that it takes. You got good barbecue? Yep, Texas does have good barbecue, my man. Yeah, and then the thing about Trevor is like he's going to show you where he's getting the information from. So the stuff he's reading about nutrition, health, skin, all of that, he'll show you the book. He will literally read out of the passage of the book that he's doing all of the stuff from, and then he's going to show you. I don't know how long you've been following him for, but he did a whole dog food one, and it was pretty cool. He put his dog on several different dog foods, and they had all these different allergies. And I mean the expensive stuff like the Origin, the $100-$200 bag stuff. And Ego was still having breakouts and flaring up. And then he's been on that straight raw diet, and he ain't had no issues. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and he's going to show you the mistakes. He's going to show you the successes. He's going to show you the failures, and he's going to show you everything. So check him out. Yeah, man, it is interesting when you start breaking it all down and you just think, like, man, yeah, I am feeding my dog processed food. And it would be like, what if I ate McDonald's every single day? What if I ate a Big Mac every single day? Would I get the health nutrition that I need? Or would I start having some issues after a while? I definitely will relay that message to my pops, man. I appreciate it, man. And I appreciate you even leaving a comment, asking questions. And this is what it's about, man. We don't get on here just to, show off our dogs. We get on here to help somebody else live better with their dogs, because that's what it's about. You got to give back. I've been blessed to be in some rooms in some different training areas with some very, very, very good trainers. And they don't really allow a lot of people to train with them because, one, they know people be bullshitting and they're not going to put in the work that it takes. And people are always trying to take advantage of somebody. So I'm thankful for all of the rooms and all of the opportunities that I've gotten in this dog world. And honestly, all the times we've been fucked over in this dog world. I mean, it showed me a lot. There's some people that I thought was my friend, that we were real close, we were real cool. And it was like, nah, they were just trying to use. And I mean, that's cool. Like Kanye said, man, it's better to be used than be useless. But at the end of the day, man, you got to make sure you're just taking care of what's important. And that means your family. That means your needs. That means the people that are supporting what you're doing. A lot of times we care about people that don't care about our success, and we go out of our way to make those people happy, and we start neglecting the people that actually meant something to us and actually helped us get along. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, man, in 5 years, are these people going to be even important? 2 years, a year, 6 weeks, a week later, is that comment that somebody left, is the hate that they gave, is it really going to be that important? Or are they trying to just stop you from growing? And a lot of times, a lot of people are intimidated because they see the potential even when you don't. So you got to make sure you're around the right people, because if not, people will dim your light. They will try to tell you everything that you're doing wrong when really you're doing a lot of stuff right as well. But they don't want to give you any light on that, because if you continue to believe in yourself and if you continue to have that light, you're probably going to have a little bit more success than them. And me personally, the best dog we've trained out of Iron Sharp Canine has been Creed. And he's not mine. He's the hardest hitting dog we got. He's caught in body after body after body after body. And he's not a dog that is not mine. And I wanted it to be that way. So when people come out and they be like, oh, can we see your dog work? I'll be like, yeah, Jamil, go get Creed. Because I'm the trainer. I'm supposed to have a good dog. But I want everybody who comes out and trains with me, I want everybody who spends their time and trusts me to build their dog up, I want them to have a better dog than I do. That is the goal. Because if they have better dogs, that really says a lot more about your training than you having a good dog. Yeah, man, all of these bugs, there's a bunch of flies over here. It's that time of year with these bugs. I'm just trying to keep moving, gyrating, so they don't keep landing on me. But it ain't too bad, man. I think last year was a little worse. Yeah, he did 26. He was in there for a minute, man. But then he got out and basically did the same job he did in the Air Force, but he just did it as a civilian, so it kind of worked out. He tried to get me to go in the Air Force, but it just didn't work out. It wasn't the right move for me at the time. So I'm pretty glad that I didn't go into the military, because if I did, I probably would not be having fun working with these dogs, man. Yeah, man. God bless my pops. I hope he got a couple more years. I hope we got like 30 more years, man. We still got some more catching up and bonding to do, man. It's been a good thing, man. I learned a lot from him, and like one of my goals is I want to hand him a duffel bag full of cash and be like, here, just like that, man. That's one of my goals for my life, and it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time of when. Journey, will you let Rocco out? So we're gonna have one more little whiskey drink with Mr. Rocco. He gonna come out here. And this is the dog that got it all started. The best $100 I ever spent. Rocco. The best $100 I ever spent. Oh man. Hey, oh man. Look. There you go. That's the old man right there. That's the old man. And he just come out and he just do whatever he want now. He done everything he had to and needed to in his life. And now all he do is he want to go pee on stuff. And act like he the tough guy. Rocco's bloodline? Craigslist. Nah, I mean, Rocco was a $100 dog, man. My neighbor had some, I would say pit, but, you know, probably a pit mix of some type. And he was like, hey, if you want this dog, you can have him for $100. I said, bet. Yeah, I get paid on Friday. He said, nah, bro, you can just take him. I know where you live. And I brought him home, and he just fit right in with everything. He was confident. He was a cool dog. He had drive, man. I really lucked up with him because I had no clue when I had got Rocco what I was even looking for in a dog. But he showed me everything that I would want in a dog. So going forward, I knew exactly what I kind of had to pay attention to. I wanted a dog who had some type of drive. I wanted a dog who was athletic. I wanted a dog who looked good, visually appealing. And I mean, he's a very visually appealing dog. Even at 10 years old, come here. Even at 10 years old, he still has that muscle tone. He still has it. And that's just what I like about him. And at everything that he does, he goes over and beyond. Hey, leave the cat alone. He just goes over and beyond. So when we went on America's Top Dog, like, he had my back. Like, I was a little nervous. I was a little worried that, you know, we shouldn't have been there. Imposter syndrome, whatever it was at the time. But he, look at them shoulders. Let me see. Let me turn it on this camera so y'all can, look at that. At 10 years old? At 10? Look at them shoulders, boy. Look at that. He's 10. He is 10. Man, Rocco, you want to do some Frisbee? Come on, Jade. I need you again. You got a video. Yep, we got to see if he going to do the Frisbee. Look at that. 10 years old. Mm-hmm. Chasing the cat. Come on, Jade. Rock. You want to work? You going to work? Hey. No. He trying to be a bum chasing the cat. Let's work. Down. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco, heel. Tuck. You see this? He worried about that dang cat over there. And this is what I mean when I say he retired. Look at him. He's sloppy. Look at that. Tuck. Oh. Cup check. Oh. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Oh, fuck, Rocco. Rock. Tuck. No. Tuck. That was the original way we had taught him to tuck, is to come back around. But heel. We were watching Bernard, and when he told his dog to get into the middle, he went forward and came back. And I was like, that looks a lot cooler. So I literally changed Rocco from going this way to rock, tuck, to teaching him to do that. And all it is about communicating to your dog what you want them to do. Heel. Down. Sit. Back. Tuck. That's right, boys. All right, Rock, let's see. You ready? Round, go. Good catch. Oh, you bum. Come on, man. Out. You ready? Round. Round, go. Good catch. Goodbye. Out. We were on this show called the World Pet Games, and they had sent us a message, and they said, hey, does your dog play Frisbee? And I said, well, how long do I have to teach him? They said, 30 days. I said, yeah, he'll be ready. when we got out there, we were going against some world champions and some different stuff. It was the most embarrassing thing that we ever did. But one thing that Rocco did not do is when we were taking our B-roll pictures, he did not run off. He did not run off. There was Frenchies. We were outside Long Beach, and he was just, I put him in a down, and he just stayed there. I went to get my bag. This guy had a Greyhound. No, down. This guy had a Greyhound, or a Whippet, one of them dogs. Dog was crazy. Could jump off the chest, flip, catch some disc. He had a long line on his dog. And the cameraman was like, hey, can you take that long line off? It looks bad. And you can tell the guy did not want to take his leash off his dog. But he's like, yeah, you know, I'll do it. Takes the leash off the dog. The dog jumps around twice, realizes he don't got no leash on, takes off. It took him about 5-10 minutes to catch this dog. And I come here with my $100 dog, and we just sitting chilling. They're like, is he gonna be fine staying there? I was like, yeah, I told him down. So having a lot of communication, people, it does wonders. Round, go. Catch. Oh, you bum. Scoop and score, scoop and score. Oh. Yes, yes. Oh, you bum. Yes. Round it. Go. Good catch. I love it. I love it. Out. Out. And you see the difference between Boot and Rocco. Rocco a little retired. You can see the rust on him sometimes. Come on. Round. Go. Oh, too low. But again, even at 10 years old, we have a relationship where he knows if I'm asking him to do something, if I'm asking him to work, he knows he can do it, and he will be willing to do that thing. Out. One more rock. So we're gonna do one jump with him, and he's gonna be done. Yep. You're not as agile as you used to be. Out. Round. Round. Go. Rocco don't even be paying attention no more. But again, people, this is what it's about, man. Spending time with your dog. Having a dog that will do anything for you. I appreciate you saying Rocco looks good, man. He's been a fun dog. He's taught me a lot. I had to learn the hard way that you can't compare other dogs to other dogs because they ain't never gonna be that. You just have to make your dog to be the best dog that they can be. And that means, again, understanding their limits, understanding their abilities, putting them in the situation to be most successful. And at the end of the day, you just gotta take care of the dog. You know, like I said, we did some stuff a couple years ago. I think it was last year, and probably about the same time of year. Rocco was about 9 years old. It was 110 degrees outside, but we had to get some content for the Beast of the East, and he did about 8 sins straight, hot, long sins. He was working, climbing trees, doing everything at 9, and he just wanted to keep going. And it all is because of the relationship that he and I had built over the first 2 years of his life, because we would just hang out. We would just spend time together. I didn't ask anything of him. I didn't even know about training at the time. It was just all about communicating. And I made a vow. I said, if my dog can't go somewhere, I don't need to be there. And it kept me out of some bad places. It kept me out of some places where I shouldn't have been. So whenever you're getting a dog, Rocco, down. No. Whenever you're getting a dog, people, realize it's more important than training. It's more important than the sport stuff that you're doing with the dog. The most important thing that you can have with these dogs, look at all these flies, they're coming over here and now I'm sweaty. When you are working with your dog, people, just remember to take the time, show your dog down. No. He had his elbow off the ground, so he cheating. He know what he's supposed to be doing. But again, man, at 10 years old, look at Rocco. Do he look 10? Do he look 10? I be noticing some days when he be he be double clutching to get in the car. Be like, dang, bro, you used to not hesitate. But I mean, he get a little older. He just got to warm up a little bit. He just got to warm up, down. But yeah, you see that cat over there. He trying to get some prey drive in, but again, man, I think we'll spend about 10 more minutes out here. Just round it off for a nice little hour live. I'm from Texas, bro. You know, like Big A said, you remember what that sign say? A service dog is, I mean, it's going to be a dog that does a task. So we've had some diabetic alert dogs. One of the ladies that we trained, I think it was a schnauzer, we trained this dog to basically detect when the blood sugar was too high, because if it spikes too high, then the girl has to go to the hospital. And like, she's actually, you know, have alerted a couple of times, so it's been pretty cool. But yeah, service dogs, I mean, it's just a process. You got to show the dog what you want, and it's just, you know, having good obedience, and then them doing a task, whatever task that's going to be. Mobility service dog, I mean, so if you got a mobility service dog, it's gonna have to be obviously a dog big enough for you to use for mobility, to stand up and whatnot. So I mean, you would just kind of teach a really good stand command for that dog, so they know, hey, when they need help, I'm gonna be there to support them. I personally haven't trained a mobility support dog. It's just not been some of them that somebody asked me to work with their dog on. But it's just, you know, it's the same process. Relax. You show the dog what you want them to do, and they'll be there for you. He said, I need that chef hat. Yeah, she said, I need that chef hat. I think I got it off of overlord.com. Google it, Overlord Trucker Hats. They had some Looney Tune. They had some South Parks. They had a Popeyes hat. I got to give me a couple more from there. But yeah, check them out. How old are your Rottweilers, and what are you trying to do with them? You good, Renner? This is my youngest right there. Who's your favorite dog? She trying to act like she's shy now. Who your favorite dog? Is Boots? Yeah. Why did you just say that then? Why is Boot your favorite? We got to work on the kids on they're speaking. She be acting shy sometimes. Why you like Boot? Is he an easy dog to work with? Yeah. And he don't be being too hyper when you trying to feed him? Yeah, man, we got some work to do. We got to build the kids' confidence just like we build the dog's confidence up, people. We got to keep it PG. 10 most. And mobility. Oh, 10 months. I was like 10. Like, dang, you got a 10-year-old just like me. Yeah, so I would really teach a good good stand command for them if you are trying to work on the mobility side of things. And they make special harnesses that have like a handle on them as well, to assist on that as well. If you send me a message on Instagram, I will try to find one of those for you so I can point you in the right direction to get the right harness to start working with them. And then just get your dogs used to having those harnesses on, and then teaching a really good stay command, so they understand that if you need to help get up or move around a little bit, they know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Tax evasion. Nah, I pay all my taxes. That's one thing you don't want to mess with, is the IRS. Nah, Rocco identifies as a male. He broke Amira out of the kennel last year, and that's how we got Hero. What is it? Iron Sharp Canine. My IG, Iron Sharp Canine. I think I'm that on all platforms now, just to keep it simple. Labradors and pits, that's what you got? I mean, that's a nice mix. Are they lab pit mixes, or you got a Labrador and a pit? How many dogs you have? Yeah, that's one thing people think your dog can't do both. It either has to be service dog, it has to be protection dog, and I think that's because kind of protection training has a bad rap, and you feel like you have to have some super like aggressive dog. Like again, Rocco could be with my kids, but if you come in that house like and you ain't supposed to, like he's gonna be your worst nightmare at 10 years old. And he's gonna definitely let you know that he's there. And the only way that you're really gonna have to stop him is you're gonna have to kill him. Rocco, down. Look at that. Look at him. At 10 years old. Look at his shoulders. I mean, you see it. And there's no edit. That's straight out the camera. That's straight out the camera, bro. And the lighting is bad. From Little Rock, Arkansas. I got a lot of family out there. Little Rock and Pine Bluff. I used to hate going to Arkansas for family reunions. It was hot, and then when you go inside, everybody's cooking. Rocco, down. Everybody's cooking, so it's just as hot inside as it is outside. And the mosquitoes in Arkansas, I used to hate going to Arkansas when I was young. What's up, Gator? Hey, 10 weeks old, how to move. So luring, a lot of spins, a lot of twists, a lot of different movements of the body. I wouldn't care too much about like labeling commands like sit, stay down, whatever, because the dog's not going to understand. I rather get them to learn how to move in all of these positions at 8-10 weeks old for the first 16 weeks of the dog's life. Just a lot of movement. Again, spins, and then start slow, and then try to increase the speed. And once I get the speed, then I'm going to start labeling after the fact, because I want my dogs to perform quickly and fast. So 8 to 10 weeks, or 8 to 16 weeks, luring, a lot of luring, showing the dog how to be around your body, showing your dog how to move, rewarding them, letting them know that you got a good things for them. All of those things are going to be very important at that first 16 weeks old. Yeah, man, Cali got some interesting rules. So that's why I love Texas. You can open carry, you can do whatever you need to do. But yeah, man. So the thing about a dog is that you don't got to pull the trigger on them, especially if you got a relationship and a bond. Like that dog's gonna be ready to go before you are. A piebald 2-year-old American bully female raw looking amazing thanks to Fit Bully. Boom. Yeah, that raw stuff worked. And if you got 1-2 dogs, that shit is cushy, is good. And you actually, honestly, you probably spend less feeding raw than you will feeding kibble. Yes, you should definitely socialize your dog if you want them to be a good guard dog. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want my dog to be friendly with anybody. But the thing about that is now everybody's a threat. Everybody's not really a threat. I want to be able to take my dog everywhere. If I can't take him everywhere and he thinks everybody's a threat, I can't take him anywhere. So then I have to keep him locked up. I have to keep him cooped up. So if there is a threat, he's not going to be around for it. When we went to New York, Julie and I both had our dogs. And we went Times Square. We went to some restaurants. We went to bars. We had both our dogs with us. If anything would have happened, both of them dogs would have been ready to go. But at the same time, these dogs didn't react on anybody because they didn't have any reason. We didn't give them a reason. Nobody gave them a reason. And that's the thing about having a socialized dog. I can literally take Rocco anywhere. There was a place called Cantina Laredo. It was a very high-end restaurant in downtown Fort Worth, and we would be in there for hours and hours, and he'd be asleep. And when we would leave, people were like, damn, bro, you had a dog in here this whole time? I'm like, yep. And when you had one too many, your dog didn't. Your dog's still sober. So when you walking back to that car, if somebody does anything they ain't supposed to, your dog gonna be ready, even if you not. In certain restaurants, bars and stuff, you can't take your gun in. So that means you don't got your gun on you when you're walking back to the car. But if you have a well-socialized dog, if you have a dog that can go any and everywhere, now you always got that protection. And Jamil and I went to New York with Rocco one year, and we were walking around. He's been on subways, train, buses, everything. He hadn't gone off on nobody. And we had a good night. And we was walking back to the hotel, and this homeless man, he did something that Rocco didn't like. Rocco turned around and heard and gave him a growl that I ain't never heard in my life. And I was like, oh, we both looked at him, and he said, hey, dude, whatever you just did, don't do that, because he didn't like it. And when he didn't like it, that must have meant you did something that you shouldn't have been doing. He was like, oh no, I ain't do nothing. Nah, you may have made a turn too quick. And it may have been something simple like that. And Rocco was like, hey, bro, you need to be worried about this homeless man right here. And so socializing your dog is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, whenever you are having a protection dog. I'm in Dallas, so we real secure around these parts. Yeah, like Big X said, everybody got guns. What type of raw food is good? I feed my dogs chicken, raw chicken. I got some turkey necks in there for him tonight. Boot, he had a bad chicken experience before, so like he's on beef. I do ground beef with him. Some people, they did some buffalo. They had some buffalo processed, so they brought us some ground buffalo the other day. They enjoyed that. You can check out the Chubs from I think it's La Raw Feeding in Louisiana. And look at Rocco, he been a donkey. No, down. Hey, cut it out. If you break this bottle of whiskey, boy, if you break that bottle of whiskey, boy, because you chasing the cat. No. See, and when you got a dog that has prey drive, and this is the kind of stuff that you got to deal with. He was supposed to be in a down. No. Dogs are opportunists. They're going to take advantage of it if you can. Let's see. Man, appreciate it from Germany, man. What do they say? Guten Tag. That means good morning, right? Yeah, Henrik's from Germany, so I'll be using some German on him sometimes. German is an aggressive language. Man, I appreciate it, Barry. Again, man, it's just, I enjoy this. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. The dogs remind me of like athletics, where you have an athlete that, you know, needs direction, they need encouragement, they need discipline, they need all of the things. And it's just been a very good replacement, because when I tore my meniscus, I couldn't really do athletics like I liked, and it was very frustrating, and I was in a dark place whenever I first started. But again, these dogs, they're here to make us peaceful. They're here to bring us, you know, fulfillment, give us purpose, all of these things, and I'm just figuring that out as I go. Yeah, I mean, if you in Chicago, you got to have a different type of dog. I mean, and again, every dog is going to be different, and if you need that type of dog, yeah, make that motherfucker be a gangster. Make him, anybody that come in that yard, he eats them up. But again, you got to remember there's a liability, because somebody may be getting in your yard just to get their tennis ball. Somebody may be getting in your yard, you know, for good reasons. So when you have a dog like that, you always got to be aware of the consequences that it means to have a dog like that. But I mean, if you're living in these places where you need a gangster, like, make your dog a gangster. But again, you know, I purposely chose to live out in the country, so I didn't have to worry about those kind of things. My thoughts on dog parks. Outside of dog park is great, because there's going to be dogs running in there, obnoxious. You can get your dog socialized. You can, you know, build the confidence, the obedience, everything that you're needing on the outside of a dog park. But when you do go inside a dog park, even if you have a well-behaved dog, even if you have a well-socialized dog, a confident dog, all of those things, somebody else may not. And even yesterday, we was on this run, and I was running with Boot, and this random dog popped up, and I had that 40 on me. So like, I'm like, I look at the dog, I look at Boot, I grab him real quick. Rocco, no. He's over here still trying to mess with the cat. Rocco. So this is the difference. No. This is the difference between having a bully style dog who don't care about a correction and a fucking Aussie who really cares about a correction. No, he don't give a fuck. He's gonna keep trying, because pit bulls, these dogs were bred to keep going no matter what. They're supposed to go, they're supposed to go. They don't have lockjaw, they just have a mentality that they're not supposed to quit. So even in this situation, down. So you saw his hips change on that one. He was like, oh, he mean that one. So, but again, in 2 minutes, look at him. He put his hips back. No. Cut it out. ZZ, look. Now he know. Chill out. But even yesterday, we was out on that run with Boot, and the dog walked up, and I didn't know what that other dog was going to do. And at the dog park, it's not necessarily what your dog is going to do. It's what somebody else's dog's going to do, and you don't have control of that. And if that dog jumps on your dog, we were at a dog park a couple of years ago doing an obedience demo outside, and this big old pit bull jumped on this little schnauzer-looking thing and ripped up his face. And, I mean, it was in a matter of seconds. So dog parks, you don't have control of somebody else's dog, and that's the bad side about it, because you can have the best trained dog, and again, if you have a confident dog, if you have a bully, pit bull, shepherd, Aussie, Malinois, whatever it is, and your dog goes off on these other dogs for them being obnoxious, you're going to still be the one to blame. So me personally, I don't put my dogs in the dog park scenarios. I don't put my dog parks in dog park situations. But if you are going to, I would spend some time on the outside of the fence, because you can get some socialization with your dog. Yeah, blueberries are great for dogs. That's what we used on the treats today. We put some blueberries, bananas, some oatmeal, some different stuff, some peanut butter, and they got some nice treats in there.
Dad, are we gonna use to freeze the ice cream?
Yeah, we're gonna do the ice cream here in a little bit. We can give it to Boot. Still gotta finish that video. Yeah. It's a lot of work, baby. It's a lot of work.
Why do we have to finish the video?
Because we don't start the video and not finish. You don't start stuff and not finish. That ain't good. That ain't good character to have. You gotta have good character. If you start something, you gotta finish it.
Daddy,
Yeah,
where
babe.
did all the dog treats go?
I put them in the fridge.
Okay.
In the dog fridge.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, you can go back to kibble afterwards, but some dogs, they may enjoy that raw so much that they may not eat the kibble for a little bit. But me personally, I feed a mixture of kibble. So if I ever do run out of raw or I'm on a trip, like I can get the kibble or I can just get the raw. That way, wherever we need. I like personally having that unit to do both. But now, if you start on something, you can always go back. They may not eat for a couple of days because they got spoiled with that filet mignon, and now they got to go back to eating McDonald's. But nah, you can go back and forth. So the things that you do is you start teaching your dog like hidden sleeves. You put a muzzle on the dog. You start doing a lot of civil work.
The dog treats that we made, they look like this.
That's what they look like.
They look like this. You have to make sure they look like this.
They don't gotta look like that. They could do different shapes if they wanted. You gonna give it to Rocco?
Yep. Don't put down the whiskey.
Yeah, don't knock down the whiskey, Rocco. Hey, back down. He tried to be. Rocco be trying to take. Like, he be sneaking. Like, look, no. Relax. But yeah, nah, you can feed your dog if you start them on a raw diet. Yeah, you can go back, but I mean, after you start them on a raw diet, you probably don't personally want to go back because you're gonna start seeing a lot of health benefits from them. You're gonna see a shinier coat. You're gonna see a more energetic dog. You're gonna see a happier dog. So you may not ever want to go back. And if you can afford it, I'll just stay on raw personally. Gino, I'm not sure I understand that question. If you can say it again. Do you have any tips on how you can have I mean, show your dog that. Stop it. Show your dog that when you are doing bite work, that it's fun for them, that they're enjoying it and they don't have to. Again, Rocco is a protection trained dog. And my kid is literally doing flips right here, and he has no interest in acknowledgement in it because the way we worked him, it's not he has to do it out of a place of fear or aggression or anything like that. He's doing it out of a place of like fun. He enjoys it. Man, you think you got to yell at your dog to get them to listen, but the thing is, you need to find something that they want to work for and then talk to them in a conversational tone. Meaning, the way that I'm talking right now, Like when you're training the dog, this is how you should be talking to them. And if they're not paying attention, then they need to miss the treat. They need to miss the meal. Don't need to get the ball. There needs to be some type of like negative consequence for them not paying attention whenever you are just speaking in a normal tone. Because if you always have to raise your voice, when that moment where you really have to raise your voice and it matters, it's not. And that's when you're going to lose your dog. And what got me into dog training is I had a dog run out of my front yard. Hey, come on, guys, chill. And what got me into dog training is the dog ran out the front door and I was not able to call him back. And I kept chasing him. So whenever you are communicating, whenever you are working with your dog, you need to make sure those commands have value. You need to make sure that they mean something. Because when you say, well, watch him. Look at him right now. No. See, he's like, oh, damn, I messed up. And that's what we are looking for. Whenever you say no, it actually has value. Because if not, that dog, you could lose your dog. And I lost one of mine because I didn't have a recall. And I couldn't even imagine him running out and getting hit in the street right now. We actually was doing a scenario with my kids, and we had them driving around in their Jeep, and Jamil would grab them out of the Jeep, and all I wanted them to do was scream. And for whatever reason, they didn't want to be screaming. And again, these kids, look at she over there trying to act like she ain't loud. But these kids over there, they is loud as hell. And this one time, they were like, like I didn't want to scream. So I got Rocco out here. I got 5 acres, no fence. And I'm out here talking to the kids, and I'm like, hey, baby, all I need you to do is scream. I just need you to scream whenever Jamil grabs you. The video's going to do good, blah, blah, blah. And I see out of the corner of my eye, Rocco's chasing a rabbit, and he goes from under the dumpster and he goes right toward the street. And I see again a brown streak going toward that street, and I said, Rocco, no! And he was like, oh my God, I am doing the wrong thing. But if every time I talked to Rocco, it was always yelling, it was always, no, get over, that situation, he wouldn't have cared. He would have chased that rabbit, and he probably would have ended up getting hit by a car. But because we talk in a conversational tone whenever I'm working with the dog and he understands exactly what is expected out of him when we're talking to him, dogs hear, 10, 15 times better than us. So why the hell are we yelling? Why? But again, you want to teach your dog that conversational tones have just as much value as whenever you are screaming, and you want to teach your dog the value of a correction. When you say no, that should have value to the dog. When you say 9, when you say phooey, whatever your negative correction is going to be, that dog needs to understand exactly what it means. If a police officer pulls up behind you, everybody starts driving a lot different. Especially if you look like me. You start driving 10 and 2. You use your turn signals. Everything. So again, when these dogs hear no, when these dogs hear 9, negative consequences, it has to have value. And if you're giving these, no, don't do that, and nothing happens, then that dog is going to learn to flip you a bird. And they are going to flip you that bird in the least opportune time. It's going to be a situation where you need that no to have value. And if not, you can lose your dog. Whether it's they go and jump on the wrong person, whether they go and nip the wrong person, or whether they get hit by a car. And me personally, I hope nobody ever experiences the feeling of being less than 3 feet away from your car, 3 feet away from your dog when they get hit by a car. I can still hear, still to this day, the impact. And Kush, man, he was a good dog. He was a nice big old pit bull, and he got hit by that car. It didn't even make no noise. You look at him, you wouldn't be able to tell. But dude sped up. He was doing at least 45, probably about 60 miles an hour. So that dog didn't have a chance, man. I appreciate it, man. We're going to keep up the good work. I don't know who Shane Dawson is, but apparently it's somebody black, right? But all black people don't look alike. Come on, guys. My name's Stan. My name is Stan. Man, we don't got a choice, man. We got to be better for them. We got to be better for them. So I don't get the days where I can wake up and not choose to be better and not do better for them and myself as well. I mean, I wouldn't be here without both of them. You know, if I didn't have my kids or my dog, I don't know where I'd be in life. I'd probably be a fuck up. I'd be a piece of shit probably. You know, to be truthfully honest, didn't have any purpose, didn't have any goals, aspirations, or anything before I had my oldest. And then when I got the dogs, I mean, life just changed, man. And I can find a picture where I got my oldest daughter. She's sitting with me at the computer chair, and the caption is, "I just want to be somebody that she could look up to," and that was my goal. I never wanted to be a bum. I just wanted to be somebody that my oldest would be proud to call her dad. So now everything that we're doing, all of this stuff, man, when people are recognizing us out of state, at the airport, all of these different places, we're getting accolades and compliments and getting to go to these different situations. It's all paying off, man. And all of these things are going to be something that my kids can be proud of, to say, hey, my dad put in the work. Hey, nah, the whiskey, you already know, whiskey brings people together. What's your favorite type of whiskey? Man, I ain't got no more dogs to sell. I sold the one dog I probably could get rid of, but I mean, the old man, he ain't going nowhere. He gonna be here until death do us part. The booter, he be having his moments, but I'll never get rid of Boot, because one, he wouldn't perform for anybody. He wouldn't perform for anybody the way he does for me. So it would just be a disservice to him and everybody else. Yeah, I wouldn't personally teach my dog a bite command on me, because you never want them to be confused in that situation. So at a certain point, like Rocco, I actually put on a suit. I probably could find the video where I put on a suit and Rocco would not bite me in the suit, and it pissed me off. But then, looking back, I'm like, hey, that's a smart dog. He like, I don't want to bite you, Dad. Like, why are you telling me to do this? So yeah, personally, in the early stages and like puppy stuff, whenever you're doing like foundational stuff, yeah, you can do some stuff with the dog where they're biting on you. But when you start making it serious, like, you never want to have that conflict with your dog, your personal dog at least. Been feeding my dog before my 4-month-old cane corso for about 2 months. Victor plus. Bad experience with diarrhea. First time for the future. Do gizzards and liver, beef, vegetables. Oh, again, man, I don't know if I understand your questions. Yeah, Victor had a recall, man, and I almost lost one of my dogs. I put him on that Victor food. I had juice, and I put him on the Victor, and they had a recall of that, and he almost died, bro. So, I mean, I would probably stay away from the Victor food. Me personally, I feed Munster. It's a local meal here in Texas, and they make the food fresh, and you can add some like bacon fat, some different stuff to it. So they literally have to make it fresh coming off the mill before they put it in that bag and send it to you. So I would stay away from Victor. Gizzards, liver, ground beef, chicken, and vegetables are very good things to feed your dog. Excuse me. Very good things to feed your dog. Start slow and just add more. Man, I want to say I understand your question, but yeah, definitely having a spirit or a bond between your dog. Like, again, this dog here, he hates loud noises. He hates fireworks, gunshots, water, all of those things. But if I ask him to go through those, if I ask him to do it with me, he's going to be there. So, I mean, yeah, having that spirit, having that bond between you and your dog, like, that shit matters. What we sipping on in that cup is that oil. Literally, that oil. It's a good old whiskey, man. Yeah, man, it does stick with you, but I mean, it's a learning experience. And then, again, if I didn't go through those situations, and if I didn't have those, those failures and did the wrong thing in those situations, I probably would not be here to, assist in everything that we're doing now. So those experiences, those negative situations that we went through, back in the day with them dogs, like it was all necessary for everything that we're doing now. So I mean, it sucks. It sucks that I lost my dog. It sucks that I went through all of those situations, but I couldn't. I mean, I'm very thankful because now, like again, we can help people never have to go through that feeling again, or never have to experience that feeling. What up, Nino? Yeah, man. These kids, man. It's just what it's about, man. Life is bigger than just us. And once you get to the point in life where you realize that it's bigger than just you, but you have to be the best that you can be for everybody else, it's a good feeling. No. Rocco's still trying to get that damn cat. Look. So Rocco ain't there. He was right here. He scooted over there, like act like I wasn't paying attention. The cat over there. The whiskey right here. I'm still paying attention to you, bro. I am still paying attention to you. What up, K-Moon? Yeah, we only get one time to live, and you want to make sure that you're leaving this world a better place than you found it. Inky Johnson had one of those quotes. He said he's sitting it on the airplane. Hey, leave the bathroom better than you found it. And that's been kind of my philosophy for life. Like with this dog world, like I want to leave the dog world a lot better than I found it. The dog world is a fucking terrible place. Like everybody is like cutthroat. They want your dog to suck so their dog can be better, and they're gonna tell you to do the wrong thing. And it's just a lot of bullshit, man, in this dog world. But if you find the right people, I mean, and I think we found our squad. I think we found our pack. And everybody wants everybody to be better. Hey, we do have canine training lessons, man. Hit us up. Hit us up. We can do that for you. We do all of that. Maker's Mark is your favorite whiskey. We gonna have to put you up on some better whiskey then. Yeah, we gotta put you up on some better whiskey if Maker Mark is your favorite. Man, I appreciate you saying I'm smart, man. I just think I just figured it out, and I didn't want to keep busting my head against the same thing, doing the wrong things. I appreciate it, man. This is one of my favorite hats, too. What's up, Joe? What is good? Chicken and rice is the best thing for your pups. I mean, it could be. If that's working with your dogs, do it. Add some green beans, add some broccoli in there. You're going to have a real nice pup. Rocco is 10. He will be 11 in February of next year. Blazing 420. Nah, bro. What do you recommend for dog kibble? I personally feed Munster. It's good food. It's fresh. Again, you can customize your dog food. You can add different things to it, and they literally can't make it until you order it. So it's going to be fresher than anything that you're buying out of the dog store or the feed store or anything like that. Nah, I ain't trained no baby hyenas or I ain't trained no baby hyenas or baby tigers. I don't know. Marsha got mad that I didn't answer his question quick enough. We can call all of these names. We're gonna hide that comment. We're gonna hide that comment right there. Oh man, people are funny. Yeah, man. What was it? Room chat. Run these likes up, man. We got 95. We got 92 people in here. I only got 42 likes, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all hit that like button, man. I fuck with. We gonna pin that one to the top. We gonna pin that comment to the top. Man, Rocco, he do got that old man strength, and he ain't gonna be somebody you want to mess with because again, that old man, he gonna hit you with that with the dump. She said, "Are you American?" Yeah, I'm an American. What I look like? Please don't tell me I look like an African. I am American, raised, born, and bred in America. My mama's from California and my daddy is from Louisiana. It don't get too much more American than that. Hey Joe, my dogs eat better than I do. They have a better diet than I do. What up, Robert? The first thing, Kelly, the first thing that I look for in choosing a dog out of a litter is going to be confidence. I'm going to bring some bottles. I'm going to bring some cans. I'm going to bring some noises, see how the dog interacts, see how they handle various situations. So when I picked Boot out of the litter, he was actually not the dog that I was originally picking because he was not the best looking dog out of the litter. And I was going just off of looks at the very beginning. But when we got to Arkansas, I had my blank pistol. We had some bottle cans. We had some different stuff. And we threw the cans down. And Boot, he wasn't Boot at the time, but no name, he looked at it and he walked over, sniffed it, and then just walked off and did his own business. All the other dogs, in that litter, they were kind of like, oh, I don't know. And they never went and checked out the can. So I was like, okay. Shot the blank gun off. Boot looked at me and just walked off. He had no reaction to it. And then Emily had her son out there and was messing with the dogs, and he picked up the dog, which is Boot now. He ran over, threw the dog in this like slide that had water on it. Dog hit the water, looked around, hopped out. I was like, okay, I like this little dog here. And then they had some stairs. The guy climbed up, or the kid climbed up it. Dog went up the stairs. I said, oh yeah, I don't want that dog no more. I want that one right there. Because of everything that I was wanting to do with the dog at 7 weeks old, if he was able to go through water, he was able to go through a kid messing with him, and he went upstairs, I was like, hey, that's the dog I want. And then I had this little backpack for the dog, little bubble bag, and the whole ride, I think it's about a 5-hour drive back from Arkansas to where we are. Dog had no issues. Dog slept, didn't get car sick. We took him in the Wendy's. He was fine. Like, he just turned out to be the best dog that we could have picked. So what I know, he's still trying to cheat. Look, he's still over there creeping. He was right there earlier. Now he's just trying to creep and trying to get the cat. Bro, you ain't even gonna do nothing when you get over there, man. So what I look for is I look for confidence, and I look for a dog that wants to interact with me. So I personally will take the dog that is not the best looking dog out of the litter if they have everything that I'm looking for, because at the end of the day, I'm looking for more performance than I am for looks. I appreciate it, Cedric. Hey, what part of Canada are you in, man? We've been to Toronto. We were on a layover out there, and it was a really good place. I want to go back up to Toronto and spend a little bit more time. We were there for probably about like 12 hours, and it was cool, man. Yeah, man, he trying to catch the cat. But watch, Rocco, free. Go get the cat. See, now he don't even want the cat. See, and that's the thing about these pits, bro, or bully style or blockhead dog. We can call these niggas blockhead dogs. They want to do what they want to do, and I gave him permission to go chase a cat. And what does he go do? He go get away from the cat. But watch, relax, or no, you don't have relax as a command. Down. So watch. So watch. He gonna start sneaking. He gonna try to sneak over there. I'm gonna turn the camera off so we ain't paying attention to him no more. But watch, as soon as we stop paying attention to him, he gonna try to go over there and sneak to the cat. But yeah, man, you get these knucklehead, blockhead dogs, man. This is what you got to deal with. And everybody like, I want one. Do you really? Do you really want the stress that comes with these kind of dogs? I don't think you do. And if you don't have time to deal with it, if you don't have the temperament and the demeanor to deal with these kind of dogs, you are going to be in a world of stress. Somebody said I'm a big tit. We call him Popeye. Hey, I like that. I'm gonna start calling Popeye the Sailor Man, man. You want some spinach rock? You gonna hook up all this? You gonna turn it? Yeah, man. I love a blockhead dog, but they are very independent thinkers. And when you find one that wants to work with you, again, I probably wouldn't have the notoriety that I would have right now. You see, I didn't tell him to move, but he trying to sneak. He trying to get a little closer. He's like, all right, I broke that stay. That means I can go over to that cat here. Watch what he does next. I'm not gonna say nothing, but watch what he does, y'all. Look, he trying to see if I'm paying attention to him. I already told you free, bro. What you gonna do? You gonna try to act like he a good boy now. So like I said, turn the camera off. Watch what he do. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, having a relationship with your dog, here's your little boy. Oh my gosh, I know I love you too, Rocco. Having a good relationship with your dog, you're gonna get a lot more out of them. They're gonna want to do more for you. All of those things, man. Nah, Kelly, we're gonna start doing this a lot more often, man. I mean, it's been one of those things. You get in the dog world and you start getting in your head. You start worrying about what everybody else is saying. And we didn't do a lot of lives before because it's like, man, everybody was judging us because of the way we did things, and we aren't like a normal dog trainer. I don't really care about using tools. I don't want to have to rely on tools. I want my dog to be basically on communication because yes, we can have all of the tools and all of the right situations and all of the non-distraction environments and all of those things, and the dog can perform. But when you really need your dog, it's going to be in a situation where you're not prepared. And the only thing that you may have is your voice. So I want to make sure that we're able to communicate to everybody that your voice is the most important thing with your dog. And that's just been a process. So, I mean, we got these courses coming out. We got some different stuff. We got some behind the scenes. We got some documentaries. So you guys can start learning a little bit more about myself and my dogs and then everybody else that we keep around us. So, I mean, we just got to keep getting better. And I mean, that's all it is. How would you pick a Stafford who has recently started resource guarding at 2 years old? What is he doing specifically whenever you do have that resource guarding? And this may be more of a question you need to send me on IG so we can like go back and forth and like figure out everything. And then I'll probably ask you to send me a video of what's going on so then I can really evaluate the situation. Because again, if you just say resource guarding in this situation, like, I mean, there may be a lot of things going on, and a lot of times we overlook the small signs that the dogs give us. So, I mean, if you want to send me a video of your dog doing it on IG, again, on Sharp K9, we can get you there and we'll go back to, we'll figure it all out. But I'm glad you got some good information out of today. I'm hot right now. I'm gonna go in here and cool down myself, cool Rocco down. I need to feed all of these dogs. Yeah, so Joe got some good information for there. Try that. But like I said, send me a message on IG. Send me a video of what's going on, and we'll go from there. And again, people, man, this dog journey, it's been fun, and it's just gonna continue to get better. So as always, man, I'm gonna sign off today. I got 6 personal dogs. I got a miniature schnauzer up to some pits and bullies, and I got an Aussie in that mix too. So, but again, man, we're going here and get some grub and get some water, start hydrating, feed these dogs, and get back to it, man. But as always, man, y'all stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp, and as always, just take care of your dog.